From the shores of Lake Erie to Browns fans worldwide, hope is alive and the future's bright. This is There's a Gleam podcast, a Cleveland Browns podcast. Let's get the gleam together. Cold lake wind and orange lights, Sunday fire, dog pound nights. We won the scars, we stood the test, brown and orange across our chest. From the Muni lot to the end zone line, this city's heart still beats in time. Through every loss and every dream, you can feel it rise. There's a gleam. Let's get the gleam together. This is our time. Let's get the gleam together. Whoa. Let's get the gleam together. This is our town.
And good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of There's a Gleam podcast, the Cleveland Browns podcast. Today is Wednesday, June 17th, 2026. And like I said last week, I don't know if it's 12:04 or 12:01. I got
How
two
do you
different
not know
times.
if it's 12:04 or 12:01?
I don't know. My computer says 12:04, yet my iPhone says, well, now it's 12:02. There's a 2-minute difference, and I don't know how.
I don't know how you survive.
Is that right? I want to go back to the days of Jack Bauer. Give me a flip phone, and that's it.
Right.
How you doing today, buddy? How was your birthday yesterday?
It was good. It was a really good birthday, actually. I had some people reach out to me. That was really nice. I went with Taylor, Maddie, and Aaron to a place in Cleveland that I'll talk about on the land segment. Really
Nice.
good place, actually. And other than that, yeah, it was a great day. Another trip around the sun. I can't complain. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing real good. It's the weeks have been crazy like always, but last week we got the boat out on the water for the first boat ride of the season, so that was a lot of fun. We went out with my buddy Chris, and still kind of we're newer to boating. Got a boat in middle of 23, summer of 23, so been out a decent amount of times, but now I'm still a little nervous when it comes to the whole docking thing. So but I went out, Chris. We went out, and actually, it was the best dock I had all year. I pulled in just like a champ, like a regular boater who knows what he's doing, and my wife wasn't there to see it. She's not going to believe me.
Right. That's too bad.
Right. But and then we slept on our boat last weekend, too. Brought Maya down, and we only did the Saturday night. So hopefully this weekend, we're hoping to do the whole weekend. So now that summer's here, we'd like to maybe try and spend nights on the boat. So it was a good week.
Does it get hot on the boat, or is there like an air conditioner, or do you leave the
We have air conditioning on our boat. The only thing is after it runs for a while, it tends to ice up, like a freezer gets the ice, and then it just blows cold or warm air. So I try not to turn it on until later. I also realize you don't have to have it set at 70, even if you had it especially on the hot, humid days in the 80s, if you have it to mid 70s or something, that's going to be plenty different. So we run it later. We do have fan down there, and then there's windows we can open if it's, just depending on how it is, but it does have air. So it's not terrible. Both have our own beds. That's kind of fun.
Yeah. The Maya sleeps down there too, right? The dog.
Yeah. She kind of goes between both Deb and I. We each take a bed because we could sleep together. Just the one time we did it, Deb said I kept grabbing her hair or bothering her, so we slept opposite beds, and then Maya goes in between us. Sometimes she'll jump on the couch and sleep on there. So, but it's a lot of fun. We enjoy it, and that summer's here. We hopefully get to do it more on the weekends.
Nice.
Yeah. So, want to got to do our obligatory. Oh, I got two things down here. Want to add our social media stuff. I think everybody knows where to find us now. If you're watching, you obviously know, or if you stumble upon us, but you can find us on YouTube, Facebook, X, TikTok. You got our website, there'sagleam.com, where you can leave voice messages. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and YouTube Podcast, where John usually gets those up either later the same day after our shows on Wednesdays, or at the very worst the next morning. So which you've been excellent getting it up usually that same day.
Yeah, it's been going pretty good. So I'm not comfortable though saying it'll be up the same day. I think we need to put that disclaimer that it could be Thursday.
There you go. And then up above, you can also see our little QR code up there that has, you can do that and now get right to our website as well. We got some cool stuff. We got the Gleam store, which we had some purchases made last week. Some mugs went out, John, I think.
Yeah,
and
a couple mugs.
A couple mugs went out. So I'm going to be looking for places in Key West pretty soon.
Yeah.
And then I know you had hats, but you didn't you saw some production or something, wasn't happy with something. What was it again?
Yeah, the embroidery on the hats are logo.
It's a logo for our Canadian friends, eh?
Hey, you hoser, take off, eh? To the Great White North.
Right.
Our logo was too intricate for the embroidery that our company could do. So kind of thinking, Steve, we need to get a secondary design for hats and stuff like that, but we can talk about that later. But the mugs are going out fine. We also have, Steve, I think we have some t-shirts.
Yeah. First, the t-shirts are up there. I'm still waiting for the one to get in my size. I think it's the brown t-shirt.
Yeah.
And on a side note, we have another side project where we have a friend of mine working on stickers, which we're hoping to have had. That was on me. It's my fault. I waited too long. Stickers for when we're out and about town. And what's that?
Out in a boot.
A boot too. And then also have maybe another option at shirts and stuff. So we're working on a bunch of stuff. Hope to get that out soon. But thank you to those that have purchased the mugs. I know I got to put my order in. My wife wanted some. So we're slowly working on it. But it's kind of cool to see the merchandise and even cooler to see people actually buy it. So thank you.
Yeah.
There you go. Right.
Am I getting feedback on your computer, Steve?
Are you getting what?
Feedback? Is there do you hear feedback or does it sound okay?
You sound great to me. The sound of your voice is like an angel from heaven. I hear it. Mine's the one that makes noise. I got a little ice machine on our bar countertop here that every time you hear dropping ice cubes, and then Maya comes down with me. I do the show down in our basement, and she walks around on the laminate floor, and I hear that clicking sound. And so right now she's laying in the bed, so I don't want to jinx it. But anyway, we got a good show today. We got not a ton of Brown stuff. We found a few interesting things. I know Browns news. We got some Todd Monken on Brendan Sorsby. That's been a hot topic this week, especially with Browns fans. You got some Quinshon Judkins talk. It happened after our show. I believe Ronnie Hickman signed, so we got some of that. Yeah. And then if you follow us on social media, you've probably seen them. You've seen at least one. We've got some new ones we just started doing. We're going to talk a little bit about some of the things that to go along with some existing postings that we'll be posting weekly on our social media platforms. We have our Gleam Legends, which has been existing. The new ones are Gleam Confessions, Head-to-Head Showdown, which you said you might tinker with that name. And then He Said What He Said, which is kind of a riff off my rant and roll. We also have some AFC North intel news, some NFL news. John, like John said earlier, we have The Land, which John visited Pace Cafe, I believe. Is that in the Tremont area?
Yep, that's in Tremont.
Okay, I think I've seen it before. Inside the Dog Pound, we're featuring our free agent Fido of the week, Rocky. Hey, yo, Adrian, Rocky. And then Tailgate Latsu. John's going to have some fun with this, I think. I think you're going to talk a little bit about inside the Muni lot and some Muni lot fast facts, I believe, John.
Yeah, what I kind of think that we should do since it's the offseason is start talking about the different lots in Cleveland where people can play. So every week or two, maybe every 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I don't know, whenever I feel like, I guess, really, right. We'll be talking about a new lot. So today we're going to start with the biggest and baddest lot in Cleveland, the Muni lot. And then we will head over to the west side, do some Summit, West 3rd, maybe the Pit, Burke Lakefront Airport. And then there's a couple of little lots around the city that I think we should talk about too.
I like it. I love you definitely are the creative one of our bunch. I'm the on-air talent.
You are.
I say that loosely, but I love the creativity. John's come up with probably 80% of our ideals. Ideals? Is there an L at the S? Are you saying idea? Ideals? I always get those confused. Pam? I say pan. So there you go. So I think we got a lot to talk about, but
It might be hopefully our first show that ended on time in like 18 shows.
Don't jinx us. Although it's funny, I see we've been live for over 12 minutes, and that's 2 minutes faster than what we were. So I can't wait to see the beginning of this. If it's dead silent for a while, and I think I said the shit word before the music plays, I can't wait to go back and play. But anyway, before we do some Browns news, though, fun little thing. John, you attended an event over the weekend, and what was it and how was it?
So it was the Cleveland Browns summer tailgate. It was Sunday from 12 until 5 at Huntington Bank Field.
Okay.
Got down there, and actually, so I ended up taking the Rapid down, Steve, because I've got the Rapid station real close by the airport now.
Yeah. Well, so both you were in Lakewood before and now Brook Park, so you've always been close. See, that's one of the downsides on the east side, especially along the lake.
Yeah, you don't have that red line. No. If you're out like in Shaker, you're okay.
Shaker area, they have it the west side. I mean, you can eventually pick it up in Cleveland, but it's like it's really not worth it. I'm going to go so far down into Cleveland. At that point, I might as well just keep going. So
I went down to the tailgate. It was really nice. I'll tell you, the Browns do a really good job. And this is what I was thinking, because when we were kids, Steve, they never had any of this kind of stuff.
Right.
I hear Maya.
Yeah, she just got up and shook.
So we never had this kind of stuff. And I think for a kid, it's really cool. It was a really nice family day. A lot of kids, they were playing football down there. They had like a girls flag football game going. They probably had other kids playing throughout the day because they had a whole registration tent there for all the kids. Then they had games. Steve, they were giving puppies away too. I almost wanted to get a puppy. They had a dog there named Gypsy.
Oh,
that was my dog's name for 17 years. Yeah. So, but I didn't get a dog.
Okay.
Really nice time though. Browns put on a good event and got to go on the field. And I got to smash a guitar. Well,
I had the picture up. I don't know if you saw it. I had the picture of you holding it. I took it down.
So I got to go on the stand where they smashed a guitar. That was fun.
Was it in the same corner there, or was it somewhere else?
They had it like on the 50-yard line, like on the side.
Okay. Because it's usually on the visitor side where they come out of the tunnel, basically, kind of in that general area.
They had it on the same side, but moved down to like the 40-yard line. They had zip lines there. Kids were doing zip lining across the field.
I did see that.
It was a really good time. So I left. It's funny thing is, Steve. So I was heading out on the Rapid. There were a bunch of Guardian fans on the Rapid.
Okay.
Going to the game. So then I go to the stadium. I'm there maybe an hour and a half, and I head back on the Rapid, and the Guardians fans are going back on the Rapid. I'm like, what? What's everybody leaving? What happened? Because it's still sunny out.
Right.
Well, I didn't realize they had already called the Guardians game because of a storm that was coming.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Everybody was heading home. I got home right when that storm came. And I did see some videos. There's one fella I follow on TikTok. His name's Dog Pound Tony. He was down there and he was getting blown away by the storm. The storm.
Really?
Yeah, I guess it got pretty bad down there at the stadium. Luckily, I left before.
That was Sunday, right?
That was Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah. We were down at our boat club and it was fine. And all of a sudden, it started getting a little bit darker. Not terrible, just overcast. But all of a sudden, the wind just picked up along the lake, and it started getting real windy. I mean, it literally in seconds changed from nothing to that. So we grabbed what we needed to and headed out. But I will say that you are right. The Browns, with some of the events they've been doing, they do a great job. They're finally catching up a little bit to the Guardians and Cavs, but where they still, let me see, what's the nicest way to say?
Lack.
Where they still suck at is the season ticket holder gifts.
Yeah.
The jacket was okay. There's been a couple decent ones, but they've been kind of lackluster for the most part. So we'll see what happens this year. And then God willing, God hoping, we still have our tickets for that new stadium in 29. I can't wait. They better come up with something. I'm expecting something big for that.
I want a big box that says Fred Gili on it.
The Raiders did something, I think it was 2 years ago. It was really cool. I think it was when they opened up there. The box itself was impressive. So we'll see. But no, so glad you got out. Did you see any of the other fellow podcasters? I think the girls from Bougie Sports, Lana and Lysandra.
I didn't. It's funny. I didn't see anybody. I was looking. The like I said, I was looking for Dog Pound Tony because I told him we hooked up on social media saying we'd look for each other, but I never saw him.
Yeah.
I saw a video of Chef Zay down there, but I didn't see him.
Okay.
I didn't see Bougie Sports. The only person I saw, Steve, was you remember Greg Antoon? He used to run Cleveland Sports Report.
Our old tailgating buddy and stuff.
Yeah.
And one of our first friends that was a member of the media. Is he still in the media or no?
No, I don't think he is. I don't think he is. So, but I guess I seen him again. And Steve, I don't know how do I get this? I have a movie for us to play. It's a video of our new seats.
Oh, no way. Oh, yeah, that's right. You know what?
Haven't seen this yet. I've been
F you, because I asked you the other day how everything was. Like, oh, you'll see. You wouldn't tell me nothing. You were like 0 dark 30 on me. So do you have it pulled up in the things here?
I do, but is it going to be, how do we get a big screen so you can see it?
Well, we'll remove our mugs, and I think we can just do this.
Okay, going up to the new. So real quick, Steve, this is going to be, there's background music and noise. So if you're just listening to this, bear with us just for like 1 minute and 4 seconds.
All right, I'm excited. Do you want to add to the stage or you want me to?
I got it. There we go.
Here, row 32, Dog Pound, baby. Seats 1 and 2. Here we go. 1 and 2. Where are we looking at? Dog Pound. Look at that view. Oh, man, Steve, this is a great pick. Look at a lot of leg room. We've got an overhang right here, too. We're out of the elements. I'm liking this pick, Steve. I think we're going to be really, really, really happy. Really happy. And it's just easy out, too, man.
Right now, walking down the steps.
And just out. Down the steps and out, buddy. Of course, they got me blocked off right now. But you see, there you go. Get out right over there. Exit there too. Love it. Perfect. Have a great day.
What'd you think, Steve?
I freaking love them. They're better than I thought. I was hesitant. I'm not a big set on one side of the field because, like I said, it feels like you can't see what's going on. And when we sat our one friends, they were all the way at the very end. I mean, the complete last row. So you pretty much watched monitors and you were cut off. Those were freaking amazing. You're elevated, so you still should be able to see stuff. And I love the fact, full disclosure, I did not go to a couple games last year. I'm like, I'm not getting sick, especially the one that was right before a holiday. I'm like, nope. But with that, I got no excuses anymore.
No rain, no snow. We'll be covered.
I love the fact, we have an end seat. You know, I'm a little bit bigger. You're tall. So leg room's always at a premium. So now I can hang over the side. You can stretch out, and they said just easy to get in and out. So I love it. That's awesome. Thanks for grabbing that.
I'm pretty excited about those seats. I have to say, I was hesitant about leaving the upper deck. But we're up high enough in that end zone. I don't think we're going to have a hard time seeing the other end of the field.
That's it looked elevated and looked really good. So I'm pretty pumped. Chris Cantor said, great seats. What's behind you, rows or a clubhouse?
Just rows.
Okay, yeah, because I forget where it goes back to. And actually, shout out, God, I wish I could remember his name, our ticket guy. We looked into relocating and we're thinking about some, and he pointed that one out to us and ended up getting us. So I'm so sorry. I'll remember it next show. But anyway, good to go. All right, my friend, let's get to some Browns news here.
So the big news, Steve, is the Brendan Sorsby. You know, he is going to enter the supplemental draft.
Yes.
How do you feel? Okay, let me ask you first. Brendan Sorsby, good quarterback, got in a lot of trouble for gambling. I think over 3,000 bets or 6,000, something insane amount of bets. We talked about it last week.
Like 9,000 or something.
9,000 bets. Mm-hmm. It was a lot. Would you give up a draft pick for Brendan Sorsby in next year's draft? And if so, what round?
I don't have a Steve's rant and roll this week. I actually was going to maybe ad lib and talk about this, but seeing I'm not going to, I'm just going to say I don't want him. I don't care how good this kid is. The last thing we need is another potential issue with a quarterback. Arch Schleister ring a bell to people? I mean, come on, dude. He's done how many bets? And he's betting on his own teams and stuff. I don't want the headache. The kid might have all the talent in the world. I'm tired of the drama with quarterbacks. Deshaun Watson was enough for me. I want to steer clear. I want to go with what we got. Everybody claims next year's class is one of the best classes to come out. Like I said, and on our one thing, I think Shedeur should be the starter. Let's see if he's the answer. And if not, so I don't want him. What about you? I wouldn't give up any draft pick for him.
I hate agreeing with you because I like arguing with you. But I agree again with you. I don't want this kid anywhere near our facilities. We don't need this mess. I'm so tired of the bull crap that goes on with this team. We don't need it. And it sounds to me like Todd Monken doesn't want it either. So here's what Todd Monken had to say about Brendan Sorsby.
Yeah, that's not even come across my desk. I don't think we're in a position to want to go down that road. That's my opinion. That's not Andrew's. And that I like the quarterbacks that we have. I think that's a slippery slope when you go down that, irrespective of talent, right? In terms of the situation he's put himself in. Like we all know what that is. He put himself in that situation. And we've seen in other sports with players that have been banned for life from playing in professional sports. I think that's a slippery slope to go down that road. Again, that's a question for Andrew and for management. But from my end of it, kind of a tough angle to go down that road and think that that's going to be your franchise quarterback if he's ever eligible to even play in the NFL.
There you go. Todd Monken obviously doesn't want him.
I love what he said, and I agree wholeheartedly with what he said.
Why do I really like Todd Monken? I feel that like if it was Kevin Stefanski, we would get, well, we're going to we leave all options open. We could look at it. If the timing's right, like just beat around the bush. Where Todd Monken just shoots it straight.
Right. No, I think that's exactly why you like him. He's a breath of fresh air. I mean, we've had so many guys. I mean, I could name just about every coach we've had toe the company line and be pretty generic and monotone, whatever the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
That kind of shoots from the hip. I think he's just got I ain't playing around. I'm 60 years old, and this is what it is. And I love it. What's that?
I think also that giving up a second or third round pick next year to get him is something that Monken doesn't want to do. I think he would rather go with Sanders, Watson, or then maybe draft a quarterback in the first round and then fill with use that pick in the second or third round for more players.
I agree. I mean, if we were in a different position, I don't like the gambling. The fact that he's done it so much, continue to do it. And wasn't there some reports he's still betting this year? So it's not like he's breaking the habit. I just don't like the potential ramifications, but especially with our history and what's going on, we are in no position and we don't need the added drama. Is another team, could a team like maybe Minnesota, they've got Kyler Murray for 1 year. I think they're thinking J.J. McCarthy's not the answer. They've got all the pieces in place. They need the quarterback. Could they afford to take a shot? Maybe.
All right, here's a question for you. I don't know, maybe, but here's one for you.
Okay.
In the supplemental draft.
Yes.
And I'm not worried about what team.
Yes.
What round pick will Brendan Sorsby go for?
Everything I've heard, it all sounds like it's a second round.
Wow.
It's going to be as high as a second.
That blows my mind. I wouldn't do it.
I mean, from everything I've heard too and read, I mean, if he didn't have this issue and he came in the draft, he may have been the best quarterback.
But he does have this issue.
He does. That's one small problem. He does have this. I thought originally maybe third or fourth, but everybody's desperate for quarterback. And if you got a team like, that's why I say Minnesota stands out. Could Pittsburgh maybe, a team that's got pieces in place? They feel like they have the culture. They can run take the chance. I think second. I don't think any worse than a third, though.
Pittsburgh wouldn't take him because they've got Rodgers, Howard, and from Penn State, the local kid.
Drew Allen.
So I don't see why would upset their quarterback room.
Well, I mean, Rodgers is this year and only. Give him a chance to sit behind Rodgers. I don't know if they believe the other I mean, maybe they do, but I don't know. I'm just throwing shit out there.
Yeah. No, I know what you're saying.
So
Speaking of quarterbacks,
yes,
Deshaun Watson says his main focus is playing a full season this year.
Really?
They say he's healthy. I think he's still knocking the rust off, but they say he's healthy.
You know what my main focus is this year, John? To not see him on the field. I mean, I hate it. Deshaun was a good quarterback prior to all these allegations and whatnot, and I wish things would have been different, but I'm just to the point. I want the drama gone. I want to be done. It was so nice last year not to really talk about it. Then we had the other issues with Gabriel and Sanders, but at least that side of it and fans not knowing if they should boo him, cheer him because of his past. I just want to be done. Nothing personal against him, but I just want to be done.
If Watson were to win the starting job, does he play the whole season, or is he going to get hurt? What's your thought?
History says he can't stay healthy, so I'm going to say he gets hurt. What do you think?
I don't think he'll make the whole season. Honestly, I don't even know if he'll be hurt. I think he might just get benched because he sucks still.
I mean, I'll give him credit. You know, the guy got the $230 million plus contract. Yeah. A lot of guys could have been like, you know what, I'm good. I'm injured. You know, he's got to know that most of the fans don't really care for him here. You know, he doesn't have the support. I think he talked about it the other day in one of the interviews. I heard him talk briefly, kind of talk about it, but you know, he could have been like, fine, I'm done. I'll bide my time. I'll stay out of sight. I'm going to go, you know, be with I don't know if it's his wife now. I think it is. Yeah, because I think weren't they
he got married.
Yeah, and I'm going to do me and live life, but he's still trying to battle and compete. So in that regard, he's got some respect for me there with that. I'll give him credit and respect for that.
That's more than I would give him. I just don't respect the guy.
Yeah.
I just don't like him. I can't wait till the day he's gone. Moving on. Quinshon Judkins.
Yes.
So after that injury last year, it was week 16 against Buffalo. He he fractured his fibula and dislocated his ankle on that. I think was it a screen? Didn't he catch like a screen pass and someone ran into him? I think it was a screen. I don't think it was.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact play, but
they said that his confidence and explosion is back after the injury.
Well, I was surprised seeing in some of the videos, some of the drills and stuff he was doing that he was out moving around like that. And this was even earlier. So, yeah, it's all good sign. It looks like he's recovered and recovering real nice.
Yeah, he looks good. I think it's going to be important for Judkins to have a really good year. And I also think that Sampson is going to be a nice little feature back. I think you'll see more of Sampson this year than we did last year even.
Yeah, I'd like to see the creativity that Monken has. And Quinshon, I mean, before he got hurt, he was leading all rookies in rushing yards. He's having a good season.
He had a better year than
Genty.
Yeah, Genty from the Raiders.
Yeah, I forget. I know he ended up getting passed up, you know, but I mean, if he would have stayed the whole season, he was on a good path there. So I'm excited to see him. I think with because that line, let's be honest, that line wasn't the greatest. With the revamp line, some weapons now on the outside with the additions of Concepcion in Boston. You got other threats on the field that should lighten the load for running, you would think, a little bit. So I'm excited. And, yeah, I can't wait to see Judkins back. Sampson I like. I think he brings that nice little element, that third down type back, you know, can kind of do it all. So I like what we got. I'm excited to see these guys.
It's kind of amazing that Quinshon Judkins had 827 yards and 7 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And how many games? 14 games behind a shitty offensive line.
Yep.
There we go, dogs.
Maya agrees with you. No, I told you. And I also like Rocket Sanders, the kid from last year that played.
Yeah. So
I'm excited to see these running backs. Like I said, with what we've added, I can't wait to see what they do. So I'm excited. I'm excited in general.
I am too. The one other thing that I've got for Browns news from last week, safety Ronnie Hickman signed a second-round free agent tender.
Yes.
He'll make $5.77 million this season and will be a free agent at the end of the year. And then the Browns could sign him to a long-term contract.
Yeah, he did that. Second round free agent tender.
Yes.
So he would be, but the Browns can negotiate and work out a long-term deal. You had some interest. There's some interesting stats about him. Makes you really think.
Well, he started 26 games for the Browns. 17 in 2025. And he played 99% of the defensive snaps and 32% of the special team snaps. Tell me he's not valuable.
Right? I saw those numbers and I was like, why haven't we signed him yet? I mean, I think he was an undrafted free agent. I think the kid's been outstanding. So what do you think, John, of our safety group? So you've got Hickman's now back. You still have Grant Delpit. And now with the addition of the rookie Emmanuel McNeil-Warren,
I'm
about the safety class.
I'm liking it. I actually feel that for a while I thought the Browns might let Grant Delpit walk after this season.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure right now. I kind of like what they're doing at the back end of that secondary.
I do too. I'm ecstatic. I can't wait to see these guys on the field. Health's going to be an issue. Obviously, it doesn't sound like Hickman. Hickman's been one of the constants there. So I'm curious to see how the season goes. And I mean, Hickman's only 24. I don't know why, with the success career numbers last year, why you don't lock that kid up, to a 5-year deal or something. He'd still be under 30. So I'm excited.
Well, yeah, maybe they still will. They could still sign that long-term deal. So
I think so.
I wouldn't mind seeing that. I think he's turning into a very valuable part of this defense and special teams.
Absolutely. So, all right. I think that's all the Browns news we got. Finally a little bit of a lighter load.
Yeah.
With Browns news.
Light week this week.
Yeah, but we have some other stuff. So if you follow us on social media, especially Facebook, X, TikToks, like I said before, John's the creative genius behind a lot of our stuff. I just kind of steal his stuff. He'll put up stuff and then I'll go copy and paste onto mine. TikTok and X. X is kind of our main page. Eventually, I think we may open up There's a Gleam X once we build up some followers. But right now, I think mine has the most, so that's why we stay with it. But if you've been following us for a while, there's I had these backwards, but you had to have seen the Gleam Legends.
So that's basically, we're doing kind of a tribute to the teams that we grew up with, and maybe a little bit earlier too. But right now, I'm kind of putting up players from our youth, from the 80s, Chip Banks, Michael Dean Perry. Who else did?
So far in this order, we've done, your first one was Hanford Dixon and Frank Minifield, the original creators of the Dog Pound, which was a good one. I know you were a big Hanford fan.
Yes, I was.
Maybe you had the 29 jersey. Well, him and Eric Dickerson. That stays between us, though.
Right.
For non-Brown fans, but I remember you always having 29 jerseys, and then the 21, of course, was another one. But we started off with them. We then did Bernie Kosar, and because of that, sharing that, Bernie actually commented on it and thanked us, and actually started following us because of that. So shout out to Bernie, love you. Clay Matthews was third. Eric Metcalf was fourth. He commented on it as well. Saw it and commented on it, I believe on X. Michael Dean Perry, Ozzie Newsome, and then the most current one is, like you just said, Chip Banks. So all good ones, and that's been one of the things we've done so far. And a couple that we just released this week were the Gleam Confessions, which that one just posted out. Was it this week or last week?
This is this week. This is week 1 right now, question 1.
So, and this one was pretty good. So we believe Gleam Confessions is going to be a Monday thing. Every Monday we're going to post that, right, John?
Yeah, Mondays.
Okay. And the first one we had was, I was convinced this Browns quarterback was the answer. Who was it? And we got some decent responses. I know Facebook, we had Dominic Rossi said Brady Quinn, which I think we kind of did too.
I actually commented on Dominic's post saying that we were together when we drafted Brady Quinn, Steve. Remember? And we thought we're going to the Super Bowl.
Well, do you remember we were driving back to your place? We went to pick up food. I think it was wings.
Yeah.
We're headed back, and they announced that the Browns had made the trade, and we're losing our minds, freaking out. And then this is when you lived in North Ridgeville, and you're like flooring it to get home down those roads. But yeah, I did too. I thought that was going to be it. Mike Palmer actually thought Deshaun Watson would come here, put his pass behind him, and do well. Our buddy James Frank, we haven't heard you on the show. I know he comments on stuff, but haven't seen you posting comments, James. We miss you. He said Baker.
Yep.
And my buddy Fleazy on X said he didn't know if he was ever convinced, but Baker's rookie year was pretty darn close to being convinced that he was the quarterback. Did you have one, John?
You know, the funny thing is, it probably the biggest one for me was Brady Quinn.
Yeah.
I really thought Brady Quinn was going to come in and change everything for us.
I agree. I mean, let's be honest. Tim Couch, if we just look from 99 on, Tim Couch, I don't think we were convinced. In fact, I think a lot of people wanted us to trade the pick and get a bunch more. There's a lot of different, Achilles Smith, or I don't remember much about Donovan McNabb, though, to be honest.
Right.
Which still cracks me up to this day, because first pick in round 2 is we took Kevin Johnson, who was the receiver catching from Donovan McNabb. Yet, did you remember them ever considering McNabb as that pick?
I always just heard Achilles Smith.
Yeah, Couch, Achilles Smith. Of course, there's some Ricky Williams trade to pick, but anyway, other than that, didn't you think Brandon Weeden was the answer? Weren't you pumped about that?
Yeah.
That will go down in infamy. We always used to get together for drafts. We kind of rotate. We do it at my house quite a bit, or yours. Some buddies get together. We'd either make food, order food, do a combination of both. And I remember I will never forget this draft. When they announced Brandon Weeden as the pick, you literally got up and left my house. You were so pissed off.
Did I even say bye?
I don't know. You just walked out. So
I just walked out and left.
Yeah. So that was pretty.
One thing about the posting thing we're doing too, I just want to let everybody know we do try to get to the comment on your comments, but it might take a day or two, or we'll give it a like. We're reading them. It's just we have so many different social media outlets that we're trying to get to all of them. So we will try and answer your request.
No, I agree. I got to get better with that, but we do see them all. Trust me. That's why we try and mention. So the next one you had was, and again, you might tinker with the name a little bit, but this was a popular one. You had it. We called it the head-to-head showdown or the Gleam Showdown. We're thinking right now. You're saying probably Thursdays. We're trying to do Thursdays.
Yeah, I think
Wednesday's show day. So we'll do Wednesdays. We do sometimes post clips of parts of the show later, but we want to try to do something just about every day. Thursday is the head-to-head showdown, and this one got a pretty good amount of responses. You did Brownie the Elf versus the Dawg logo.
Yeah.
And what did we get for these, John?
Well, Steve, I don't see. I'm the creative one, and you're the one that's always prepared.
I just felt like I talked too much, so sometimes I want to let you talk. Was it Dustin Fox?
I don't know. You tell me. I don't have my notes.
Bull and Fox, you have the segment. Let me talk. I don't really know what it was because I always missed it. But anyway, so excuse me. We had a good amount of responses from all our platforms. I can't name all the names, and I apologize. But from what I saw of our Facebook, and by the way, thank you for that. I know it's been only a short period of time, less than about 3 months or so. But Facebook, we are now over 1,000 followers. And I'm proud to say that is without trying to buy followers or any of the other stuff. It's just all organic. You like us, follow us. If you don't, well, follow us anyway. But we do pretty good with that. But this one had a good one. So what I came up with on our Facebook page, my X, and TikTok, I had Brownie the Elf with 18 votes, and I had the Dawg logo with 10 votes.
Okay.
Surprised by that at all or no?
No, I'm not. I think the elf is classic, and I think the Dawg logo, there's some controversy around it. Some people like it and some people don't.
I would agree, and I wish I could remember the individuals' names, but I know for the elf, one was like, it was during our championship years, back before most of us were born, so they were for that. They liked the look. The Dawg, there were some that liked the Dawg logo. The elf seemed kind of wimpy or whatever. The Dawg had more to it. I felt at times the dog pound was a little forced, but I think it's gotten a little better. There's a stretch where I'm like, really, maybe this is played out, but they're trying to, it's so organic when it first happened with Dixon and Minifield. So, but yeah, I'm not really either. This is my favorite hat. I wear this hat of my Browns hats. I've probably got about 10 plus Browns hats. This one I wear the most because I like the look. So,
Steve, when I was at the summer tailgate at the stadium, I saw a hat that I wanted. They've got a baseball hat with the really old elf that's holding the football with his arm out.
Yeah.
They've got that on a hat now.
That's sold at the stadium there, or?
It's at the stadium, yeah.
So if you use your membership, what do we get? Like a 15% discount or something?
Yeah, so you're only paying like $55 then.
I wanted to get last year's hat. Remember the one they had the sideline where it was the little small logo in the middle?
Yeah.
Those things were like $50. Even still. Like I went this year, just a couple months ago, I think it was at Rally House. I'm like, all right, maybe I'll look to get it. Again, I'm cheap. $35 is kind of my limit. I'm like, I'm not paying $50 plus tax for those when they're a year old, and they'll probably have something else out. But I am a sucker for those hats though.
Yeah, I like that elf hat they've got with the old one. I might have to buy that this year.
Yeah, no, I agree. Cool. Then the other one we had is kind of a riff of my Steve's rant and roll. It's going to be, he said what he said, and that we think we're going to do on Tuesdays. The picture of me, my face is what it is.
You have a great face for podcasting.
Yeah, perfect face, I've been told. So, so I do like it. This week, what I said, we posted this the other day. He said what he said was Todd Monken should name Shedeur Sanders the starting quarterback. And I'm going to stand with that. I will go with that to my grave this year, that he should name Shedeur. So feel free to comment on all those. But they said, well, you have a couple other things in the works. I love how every week you're kind of coming up with stuff. So I think it adds some fun. There's a lot of creators out there, podcasters, all kind of do their things, but I kind of like some of the things we come up with in our originality, and the feedback's been pretty good from people I've talked to about it.
I just find it more interesting than posting about, like, I don't know, Casey Concepcion had 1,800 yards last year in college, and like, I don't know. We're not really statistical, especially analytics. It's more of just guys shooting the shit.
Right. How you normally talk, the things you talk about. So that's more our style. But hey, to each your own. Everybody has their little niche. And
hey, even for me, I like the guys that put that stuff up about, like, facts or numbers.
Oh,
like the
guys over at the Bearded Browns.
Yeah, because it's good information. It's good information. Mm-hmm. I like it, but absolutely, what we do, we're a little bit different.
Yep. Nope. I agree. So perfect. So that's all we got with that. So actually, John, we're probably going to run over again somehow, surprisingly, because we like the yap, but we're going to move over to Know Your Enemy. We got some AFC North intel news to talk about.
Yes, sir, we do. I've got a couple things here. Once again, Steve, it's dead time of the year. There's not much. I was really struggling this week to get some stories, but thankfully the Baltimore Ratbirds decided to change their uniforms up a little bit. I've got some photos. Here's a primary. That's a new primary uniform. So it's the first update they've had since 2000. They described the redesign as an evolution, not an overhaul.
What'd they change?
Well, they got a new shade of purple. Remember how we had the brown is browner type thing going on?
Okay.
They've got a new shade called Midnight Purple that they're introducing. They've got gold accents and numbers. Drop shadows have been removed. So now
I couldn't tell, but okay.
Steve, I couldn't tell either. There's the primary. Now here's the alternate road uniforms, and it looks like they've got an all purple one, which is okay with a gold number on it.
Yeah.
It also looks like they have like a metallic gray full uniform.
All right, now that one would be new. They'd have never had that.
It's here it is. It's all black darkness uniform. Gets a new black helmet with glowing red eyes. So
interesting.
I I don't know. I hate the Ravens, so I think these uniforms suck. We also have some news coming out of Cincinnati.
Oh, what's that?
So Josh Newton. The Bengals mandatory minicamp is underway, and Josh Newton, the cornerback, he's really been playing well for the Bengals, and he's turning into a, I guess, leader on that defensive secondary. You know, the Bengals have all the offense in the world, but they've been hurting the defense.
I was gonna say, it's not hard to be a leader in that defense. They have nobody, and then with Hendrickson gone, I mean, I don't know who their leader is, so I guess it's this guy.
Yeah, he's competing for a large role in their secondary. He started his college at Louisiana Monroe before going to TCU. He was a 5th round pick in 24. So this kid's made it. He's come a long way.
Okay.
And he could be one of the Cincinnati's biggest young defensive contributors in 2026. So when we play the Bengals twice a year, keep your eye out for Josh Newton. I guess he's starting to take a little bit of control of that defense in Cincinnati.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. And then, Steve, for the Pittsburgh Steelers, I got a question for you.
Yes.
Have you ever had a Pittsburgh salad?
No, I didn't even know they existed. What the hell is it?
I didn't know they existed either till like a couple of weeks ago, and I saw this, and I was kind of holding it in my back pocket. These Yinzers. So they put French fries on their salad. Have you ever heard such a thing? It's like,
French fries.
Why do you need French fries on a salad? Wouldn't it make your salad warm?
Yes. Clip that. That's crazy. Yeah, my wife gets grilled chicken salad, and she's had like the nice hot piece of chicken on there, and they've had like croutons and other stuff, and the croutons have gotten soggy or stuff.
Yeah.
French fries on a salad. I get Pittsburgh. That's where the Panini brothers were. They kind of came up with the panini sandwich that we know here in Cleveland as paninis. And they had the coleslaw.
The coleslaw,
and fries. That's on a sandwich. That's pretty common. Chips you put on. No, that's disgusting, actually, the more I think about it. I want cheese. I want bacon. I want scallions. I want gravy. Yes. I don't want salad. Hell no.
French fries. So
that's right. Well, isn't Pittsburgh also the one that does that salad or pizza where they put the uncooked cheese on it or something? You ever see those? Google that next time. Look at a Pittsburgh pizza. It's something where they put, I think, cheese on the pizza and they don't bake it. It's not like baked like normal, which that sounds weird too. So anyway,
I'll have to Google it.
You gotta look that up.
We'll talk about that next week.
And that's it, I think, for our Intel news. No,
it sure is. That's it.
All righty.
Time for a sponsor.
I think you got this.
You want me to do it? All righty.
You're good at it. I like how you do it.
All right, let's talk about leveling up your home or business, because if it's looking rough after Northeast Ohio winter, you already know Wet Jet Pressure Washing is the move. They're based in Paynesville Township and cover all of Northeast Ohio, and these guys do it all. House washing, roof cleaning, gutters, concrete sealing, deck restoration, even commercial fleet cleaning. If it's dirty, they're coming for it. They've been doing this since 2001, 25 years of experience, fully insured, bonded, and using top-of-the-line equipment with eco-friendly cleaning solution.
Yes.
Steve, this isn't a guy with a hose. This is the pros. All right, here's where you win. Mention There's a Gleam podcast, and you get $75 off their spring cleaning package. That's a full house wash and exterior windows. If your place needs a reset after winter, this is the call to make. So do yourself a favor. Call Scott and the team at 440-283-WASH. That's 440-283-9274. Or hit them up at wetjetpressurewashing.com. Wet Jet Pressure Washing, clean that stands out. Let's get the gleam back.
Sorry to interrupt your read, John, but one of my good friends, Chris, who I thought knew me so well, knows I do a podcast, called me. So I'm on my live podcast on my phone talking to Chris. Thanks for calling me, pal. What do you want?
Good for me, good for everybody. Good for you, good for me.
Goodbye,
good for
Christopher.
All right.
He doesn't know me at all. He's like you. My friends don't really know me. Anyway, that was funny. Awesome. Yeah, Wet Jet Love Scott and his crew. They do a great job. They're down at our boat club doing some work. We had that pool house fire.
Oh,
they're rebuilding that. That thing's coming along great. It's almost, we got to go through there's a process, but it's moving along pretty good. The hope is to have that thing up and running here in the next couple of weeks or less. But they were there doing work around there and making the place really shine. So they did outstanding. So thank you, Scott, and the gang over at WetJet. All right, let's get to one of my favorite. I love doing the land. And you went to a new place this week.
This year, my birthday. A new place for my birthday this year.
Okay.
I went to a place over in Tremont, Steve. The girls actually took me for my birthday. Like I said, Taylor, Madeline, and Aaron went with us. We went to Pace Cafe.
Okay. And you said that's in Tremont, huh?
Yeah, I think it's Scranton. I think it's near Scranton. 14th.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, West 14th, near Scranton. So we got there at Pace, and one of the big things that caught my eye, Steve, I absolutely love banana coffee. Have you ever had banana coffee?
Banana coffee? No, I'm not always a big flavor guy, but interesting.
Yeah, I love banana coffee. And so 7 Brew has the banana coffee, but it tastes kind of, I guess, chemical banana flavor. It's not bad, but it's not great. But Pace Cafe, they make their own flavors.
Okay.
Yeah. So they made a caramelized banana latte for me. Absolutely amazing.
Really?
Yeah, really, really good. Taylor had a pistachio latte.
Ooh, those sound good. I don't know why I'm not a big. I mean, I've done like the hazelnuts and whatnot, some basic flavors, but maybe I need to venture out. I'm a simple guy when it comes to that. Pizza, I'm kind of a traditionalist. Give me sausage, pepperoni, maybe a few veggies, but I'm not on this whole chicken bacon ranch this or barbecue this. And the coffees, I'm kind of classic, but I need to live a little.
Yeah, I like some of the flavored coffees. Now, during the week, if I'm just at home, I drink it black. But when I go out, I like to get a latte with some flavoring.
Okay.
So inside, real nice, real clean inside of Pace Cafe. Mm-hmm. The staff was really friendly, really nice staff there. And something else that I saw, Steve, they have a shelf set up. They sell like coffees and matcha mixers and all these different little things on the shelf. But look what I saw, Steve. I saw a Cleveland Browns football on the shelf.
Game ball presented to Pace. How did they get a game ball?
So that's what I wondered. And I had to ask the kid that was working the counter. I said, how'd you guys get a game ball from the Browns? He said that one of the coaches, he wasn't sure who it was, but one of the coaches during the season, I think that ball was given to them in 2024. One of the coaches would always come in during the season. So I guess at the end of the year, he brought in a game ball for them for their support.
Yeah, I could read it. Yeah, underneath it says for their support of the Cleveland Browns during and I thought it was 2014, but 2024 season.
Yeah.
Where's what about the support we give? I want game balls. I want to put something up here behind me. I'm reaching out to the Browns right now. There's a Gleam podcast. We would love to have a football. And our buddy Chris, now that he knows what day it is, he first commented, sorry, he thought it was Tuesday. I want his life when I get older.
I thought it was Tuesday.
Yeah. Man is living a dream. And then he also said men drink coffee black.
That's right, Chris. We drink it black.
Unless
we're at Pace Cafe, then we go caramelized banana.
I'm still a baby then.
One tip though, Steve, if you're going to Pace Cafe, and I know this doesn't affect a lot of people, but the gluten-free bagels, I would not recommend getting it.
Really?
Yeah, not now. Gluten-free anything is really tough to make. To even make it taste halfway good.
Right.
Cocky's bagels down in the flats are phenomenal for a gluten-free bagel. I would say that the bagel at Pace, the cafe, the gluten-free, you're better off not getting it. Let's just put it that way.
I love your honesty. That is why maybe we may not get some sponsorships. But hey, what do you always say? Real talk.
Right? No bull, man. If it costs us a sponsor well, then maybe you got to step your game up. I don't know.
No offense. I mean, there's a lot of influencers out there, and all these guys and gals that do. I follow some. What's that one you got me on? Sniping for Dom or whatever. And most of the time, these guys are all pretty much everything's great. Every place they go to is the best, the greatest, this and that. And I get it. You're probably not going to want to put one up that's just god awful. But I like the fact that we kind of keep it real. Hey, great atmosphere, great place. Browns. I wasn't a fan of this though.
Right.
So,
hey, love the caramelized banana latte. Did not like the gluten-free bagel. That's totally fine.
That's respect right there. So hey, that's good for them. So all right, my friend. And
what'd you say? Good for them?
Good for you, good for me, good for everybody.
I should have known that was coming. Should have known.
Well, are we going inside the dog pound?
Yeah, we're hitting almost 1:00. Well, of course, mine says 12:58, but my phone says 12:55, probably about to be 12. So we are going to run slightly over. So we're going to move on that. If you could get rid of some of those things on there, the pictures of the Ravens and stuff. And I'm going to pop up this. So before we do that, we got one more sponsor announcement, a sponsor read we'd like to do. And this is our friends over at Poo Poo We Do. So if you have a dog or dogs, this one's for you, I guess. That's where Poo Poo We Do comes in. They're a pet waste removal service based in Painesville Township, covering all Lake County. They handle all the jobs nobody wants. Weekly, monthly, or even one-time cleanups, especially after a long Northeast Ohio winter. We need to update some of our reads, especially with the hot summers. Nobody wants to stand out in a hot, steaming summer picking up dog poop. That's where these guys come in. Their services start as low as $15 for one dog, which is pretty much a no-brainer if you value your time and your shoes. They've been doing it for over 4 years, and they keep it simple. You call, they show up, they clean up, and they're done. So if you're bringing home a dog from our partners over at Euclid Pet Pals, or you're just tired of dealing with it yourself, this is the move. Give them a call at 440-941-9798 for a free quote, and let them know you heard about them on There's a Gleam podcast. Poo Poo We Do, you handle the fun part, they handle the dirty work. Let's get the Gleam back. So there you go for our friends at Poo Poo.
Poo Poo We Do.
That is a pretty good service. I never really thought about stuff like that before, but I'm surprised at how many people do not like that end of it.
I don't.
I have a dog, and my wife does it 90% of the time. In fact, before I cut grass, that's one of her little side jobs that she does. So it can be what you will, but I love my dog to death. I'd do anything for her, but I hate picking up poop. So, all right, my friend, do I have both?
Rocky?
Well, I just want to pull up one other quick one. I only had 2 photos of Rocky, but
you want me to do the read?
Nah, dude, I'll do this one. I like hearing myself talk this time.
I know you do. You're really good at
it. So are you. So inside the dog pound, welcome back to it. Another segment, we're going to highlight a deserving shelter dog looking to sign their forever home. And this week's free agent Fido is a player we've actually featured before. No, we've never featured him before.
No, we've never done Rocky.
We've never featured him, but I know he's been back to the Euclid place before.
Oh, because we got this from the Euclid Pet Pal.
Yeah, so Browns fans, let's meet Rocky. Rocky is a 2 to 3 year old pit mix with the kind of heart, hustle, and personality that every team wants in its locker room. Found running at large, Rocky's story started with uncertainty, but he's proven that he's ready for a fresh start and a second chance. Over the past few months, Rocky has become a favorite among the shelter staff and volunteers. He enjoys car rides, going on adventures around town, and participated in pack walks with other dogs, where he's shown positive interest in his canine teammates. That's always a good sign when you're building a championship roster. Now let's talk about his scouting report. Rocky absolutely loves people. He's affectionate, friendly, and always ready to soak up attention. Whether you're looking for a walking partner, a couch companion, or a buddy for your next adventure, Rocky is ready to answer the call. And then there are those ears. Folks, if there's a real Pro Bowl for ears, Rocky would be a first ballot selection. I love those ears. They're impossible to miss and perfectly match his fun-loving personality. Rocky is neutered, vaccinated, healthy, and ready to go. While we're still learning how he feels about cats, he has shown positive interest in other dogs and may enjoy having a canine companion in the home. The only thing missing from Rocky's game is a forever family. Every day he waits in the shelter is another day he could be spending with a family who loves him. He has the looks, he has the personality, he has the heart. Now he just needs a team willing to give him a chance. So Browns fans, let's help Rocky find his forever home, share his story, spread the word, and maybe, just maybe, the perfect family is listening right now. For Inside the Dog Pound, this has been our free agent Fido of the week, Rocky. And let's find that good boy a forever home he's been patiently waiting for. Clip that.
What a cute little ear. He's got cute ears.
He reminds me of Kirby. Our first dog Deb and I ever got was looked like that. We called him Dorky Dude. His name was Kirby, but he had the big ears and they would fly. And I love that. I saw a video. They posted on Euclid Pet Pals. If you follow him on Facebook, they had a video. They just posted, I believe, yesterday of him. And you could see his playfulness. I encourage anybody interested, check out the video. It was pretty cool. So hopefully you find something. So that's our Inside the Dog Pound segment. So appreciate that. And NFL news, I think you had a couple things you wanted to talk about,
Yeah,
John?
I got blast through these real quick. Just a couple little things.
Okay.
First thing I had, NFL Top 100 series returns on June 22nd. The series will stream exclusively on X. It's produced by NFL Films. The countdown will reveal players ranked number 100 through number 1. And then episodes will be available later on NFL Plus and NFL-owned social media platforms. So who will be the highest Browns player ranked, Steve, on the NFL Top 100 this year now that Myles Garrett's gone?
That's a tough one. I'm going to go, I think it's probably between Schlesinger or Ward. Who do you think?
I think Ward. I think Ward will probably be top 30, 40 maybe.
Okay. I can see that.
I don't know where he was last year. I'm just kind of spitballing there. But I think probably no higher than 50, I would think. He's got to be top 50 in the league.
Yeah, I would think so.
I also had the Seattle Seahawks received the Super Bowl LX ring, which LX is 55, right?
Yes. No, X is 10. Oh, wait.
60. They were in Super Bowl 60.
Yeah.
And then the ring also celebrates Seattle's Super Bowl XLVIII victory. These Roman numerals get me every time.
Anyways, to use Roman numerals, that was stupid.
Anyways, I guess on the one side it includes a player's name, jersey number, and the other side their motto, MOB, mission over bullshit. So the cool thing I saw when they did this, they were at a private event and all the rings came down from the ceiling in these boxes. And then it went in front of the players on the table. And then they opened them up. Really cool.
Okay.
Here's one thing that I did find, though, when I was looking up at this story. Did you know that through the Seattle Seahawks website, you can buy a Seahawks championship fan ring?
No, but we should tell our buddy Kevin Engelbart.
Yeah, Kevin Engelbart could buy one.
There you go.
If he has $1,500, it's almost $1,600 to spend on one.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah. Would you buy one? If the Browns ever win the Super Bowl, would you get a replica Super Bowl ring for $1,500 for the Browns?
I always thought I would go, but I think the price would be astronomical and more than I'd ever want to spend to attend an event. I would possibly consider it, although I don't know. With all my championship rings from fantasy football, I don't really ever wear those.
I have no fingers left.
What do you got more than me?
I got 6. I got 6
just in our one league. We do hold the rights to you and I as co-owners with the really big show, Tony Rizzo and Goldhammer. Prestige Worldwide won the championship. I forget what year it was, so we do have that honor as well. But anyway,
that and the last thing I have was a little bit old news now. Patrick Mahomes signed a big extension.
Yeah, that was
deals worth $504 million.
Wow.
Both NFL contract to exceed $500 million. So looks like Patrick Mahomes may finish his career in Kansas City.
Probably a smart move by them.
Yeah, lock him up. Why not?
Yes, sir. All right, my friend. Well, that's
news.
Hey, that's some good news. We're not going to do a rant and roll this week. Kind of talked a little bit about my rant with Sorsby earlier in the show. So I don't want him. You don't want him. Nobody here at There's a Gleam.
Can I do a Steve's rant and pretend that I'm you?
Hit it. Go for it.
Hey, So you ever go to the grocery store and they get the lunch meat, and the lunch meat, the lady puts the lunch meat bag and puts the sticker over the bag, over the zippy thing. And I can't get the zippy thing open. It makes me so mad.
Dude, I love that. I hate that. I've got a couple places that do that. That is awesome. Clip that. I love that.
There's Steve's rant and roll presented by John.
Dude, that is so awesome. That would be on my rant list if I get around to it, because that happens a lot. Or they'll fold it, they'll take it, they'll fold it over and put it right over everything. And like you said, you try and get it, it rips apart. Although some of those are so cheap, those bags, I have to put it in one of my Ziplocs when I get home anyway, or once I've opened it. But that's a good one. And that is I would definitely do that. So, wow. Anyway, on that note, thank you for that. We got some tailgating lot zoo news here. And this is a fun one.
We were talking about the lots around Cleveland. We're going to start with the granddaddy of them all, the Muni lot. Most famous tailgate lot in Cleveland.
I'm surprised. Sorry to interrupt. I'm surprised you don't have a music for that yet.
I guess I need one, don't I?
Yeah. Rob said, great show, boys. Work sucks.
Yeah, it does. I'm getting ready to go here in a little bit.
Yeah, I got to get back to my real job too soon. But
so anyway, Muni lot.
Yes, sir.
2,000 parking spots in the Muni lot. Now, I think that includes both lots, the East End and the West End.
Aren't there 3 there?
Maybe 3.
There's the first section, that middle section, and the one way back.
Way back, I think. Tennis courts and shit over there.
Yeah.
So parking's $50 a spot.
It is 50. Last time we were there, it's been several years now. What is it at 25 or $30?
Yeah. Well, it's 50 now.
Wow.
That matches the Burke, because I think
Burke and several other ones. Yeah, I guess.
If you're going to a Muni lot, you pay for every spot occupied by your vehicle, trailer, tent, or tailgating setup. So if you take up 2 spots, you're going to pay $100.
We used to with the RV. We always paid for 2, but that was 50 back then. But still, dang.
For the lot opens up at 5 a.m. in the morning for Browns games.
It does. Did that change? Because remember back when we used to do it, you could park overnight. In fact, for the opener, you and I would stay there overnight, get our spot. We used to be along the fence in that first section by about right where the B banner was. And then they stopped and they blocked it where you couldn't go until 7 in the morning. So they changed that to 5 now.
It's 5. But Steve, do you remember when we were going there? That was like 2010 or 9, somewhere around there. Mm-hmm. Remember they used to have all the RVs and cars line up on the shoreway?
Yep.
I remember thinking that was the most dangerous thing I've ever seen. There's people out there already drinking, throwing footballs around on the shoreway.
Yep. I don't know why. I don't know what the purpose was for blocking off and not letting people just park, come in ahead of time. Like you said, just from a safety standpoint, but okay.
So now they've redirected the overflow. So if you get there early, I know like for the opener, people get there the day before.
Oh, yeah.
Over by East 38th Street, King Avenue, East 40th, and Lakeside. You can hang out over there if you're going to be lining up to get into the Muni lot. So what's allowed, Steve? Propane grills are allowed. Charcoal grills are not. Open pit fires are not.
Mm-hmm.
Can't save parking spots. You're not allowed to cross the shoreway. No private portable toilets either. And no vandalism. Now, a lot of these, they do crack down on. I know like the grills, and the parking spaces, the ladies will come around. One thing they don't really crack down on, even though it's a law, is alcohol and marijuana.
No, I think the unwritten rule always. Because remember, you'd see that post by like the media or the newspapers or the news. Oh, just right before the season would start. I remember a couple times I had full blown panic attacks. They're like, remember, there's no alcohol out in the Muni lot. And I'm like, huh? Did that change? But turns out, as we've talked to many of police officers, some of Cleveland's finest, you can drink down there, put it in a red cup, solo cup. They don't want to see cans, bottles, anything outright. But if you have it in a cup, they ain't going to say nothing. Or at least that's what I've heard.
Yeah, you're right. And don't be a jerk down there either. You will get in trouble for that if you start acting like a fool.
Yes.
And here's one, Steve. This is a newer rule. No drones are allowed in the Muni lot.
Interesting. I wonder why.
Well, it says drones are allowed. No drones are allowed within 5 miles of Burke Lakefront Airport. So it must have something to do with the FAA.
Okay.
And other than that, all trash should be placed in designated containers when you leave.
I don't miss that. That was a war zone leaving that lot every time we would leave. I was horrified I was going to get a flat from all the busted bottles and just garbage everywhere. So that people need to do it better. We tailgate at other lots, and most of the other lots generally clean there. People are good.
I don't know why the Muni lot's such a trash pit after the tailgate. It's really embarrassing.
Yeah.
That people can't just throw their trash away.
There's plenty of cans. We always, when we set up shop there, we always had one of the big barrels close to us. We always brought our own trash bags. We kind of keep stuff in a bag and then tie it up and throw it over. At the very worst, if the can was filled, we had it in a bag and it was sitting next to the garbage can for them to take. Not all over a parking lot on the ground, spread out everywhere and just to run over stuff. So anyway.
Yeah, and, you know, I was down at the Muni lot last year for one game. And very quiet. And, you know, the Browns have something to do with that.
Yeah.
You know, the worse the Browns are, the less people go down early, less people tailgate.
Absolutely. As the season goes.
Yeah, we found that out firsthand. I mean, we when we tailgated the Muni lot, we had 50 people every week.
At least sometimes. Yeah. Opener was always huge. First games, good weather, but by the end of the year, it was our core.
Yeah. So one last thought, if you're going to the Muni lot, remember those rules that I went over, but also get there early. You don't want to be that person trying to pull in the Muni lot at 10 a.m. I'm telling you.
Those are the worst. And that lot's tough. People got their cornhole boards out. They're all set up. And then here comes that car trying to squeeze by. And people are just everywhere. Yeah, that's a disaster. Yeah. Trying to squeeze into this spot. Yeah. Not to mention, I like the first section, the one closest to East 9th.
Right.
The middle one's not terrible. You'd have to do that before for games, especially if it was like a weekly game, Thursday night, Monday night. Yeah. Because they used to have the workers parking in the first lot. So if you went down the tailgate, you had to do the second one. And the third one, I ain't gonna lie, I could never walk that far, nor would I want to walk that far from that. That's like a hike and a half right there, and I'm too lazy and usually too drunk to make that walk. So there you go.
One last thing. Oh, I just remembered too about the Muni lot. They do have porta potties around, but they don't have a lot of them.
Okay.
So you got to plan your peeing accordingly. You
That's
got a 10-minute waiting in line to account.
That was the nice thing about having the RV. That was the biggest benefit why we got that was so we had our own toilet. Could go and want. Yeah, I did like that. Although places we've tailgated have been pretty good for, Burke for its lack of I guess excitement, or I don't know what what would you call it, John? The feel there, the atmosphere. It's nowhere near the Muni, but man, they got porta potties around. You can go inside to a nice heated place and use those if you really want. So they leg up there. So, all right, my friend, that's it with that. And on that note, I think that's the show this week.
That's a wrap.
Yeah, we thought it'd be early. Now we're about 1:15 or whatever time it is because my computer's fast. Like me, I'm fast. But we want to thank you for joining us today. Appreciate the comments. Chris Cantor, good to see you back, my friend. Hope you and the wife are doing well. Chris Fisk, I really appreciate you calling me during the show. Thank you.
Yeah, that was a nice move, Chris.
Doesn't know me at all. Wait till I see him in person. I'm going to bust his chops more. Rob Jacobs, always good to see you, my friend. And so thank you for that. Again, those that follow us, you know where we're at. I'm not going to read them all, but there's our places. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook, X, TikTok. Especially check out there'sagleam.com. That's there'sagleam.com. You can leave voice messages. Check out our Gleam store. We got some merchandise going. The coffee cups have been a major, major hit so far and selling like hotcakes. And on that note, I don't really have anything else, John. What about you?
I got nothing else, Steve. I guess that's it until next Wednesday for me.
All right. Well, on that note, again, help us spread the word, get us out there. And I want to thank you again for joining us. Pop Marty up there by himself. You don't need to see us. But on that note, have a great week, everybody. Go Browns. And remember what Coach Marty would say.
Gleam, man. There's a gleam. Let's get the gleam, all right? Let's go.